my brothers. Brothers from another. Even if I wasn't, treat me like a cousin. I'm from California. Speak a little southern. Cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with.
Danny's talking to me wild like they ain't try to be down. Like when y'all 12, you wasn't trying to be Kyle. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gap is so big it can see my house. Then again, my views. Really do this, bro, for real.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys need to play with a better sense of urgency, trying to avoid a daunting 0-3 hole to start the year. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. We are ready. They are ready. We hope you're ready. And we are underway from downtown Indy. And he returns this to the 22. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Prescott now. He completes this one to Mingo. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. You look at this Colt defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at about the 28. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Ready? Gravity lying. Press going. Ready?
Richardson off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first. The Colts at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And a push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
A gain of 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Okay,
second down and 8.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Richardson to throw off play action. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Richardson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Now Richardson back to throw it. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
And a gain of 7 brings up second and 3.
Ready.
At the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Let's go. Cougar Knights.
On the ground, DJ Giddens. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Get it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Richardson going to move him around.
Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
now
and
they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Williams going to get it again on second down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You look at this Colt defense. So they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
With the lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. Now Prescott, left side the lane. This defense for the Colts, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go in the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it. Here's Blue. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Down to the 42, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, 42 yards. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Aubrey Good with a PAT. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. As they've got it as we resume action. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to back them.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
Here we go. 19, Tiger. Let go.
They go play action with Richardson. Now a run here off And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A running play. It's Dowdle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Come on, set! 18 Cardinal, 8.
They run here with Dowdle. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Cougar 19. Ready, right?
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Play action now, Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And some space here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to run more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott from the gun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Now!
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the run, it's Dowdle. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Okay,
and now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
60 bites, 60 bites.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Throwing, Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And again, it's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Here is 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup.
Here's Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13. That's going to be taken in by Downs. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson under pressure. They got him again. Getting home that time to Marby and Overshown.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Cowboys first down. A gain of 16 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
Yeah, here we go.
Now Dak on the option left. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Williams. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this one is right through. So I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Richardson looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Now it's Richardson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put it in. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Now, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Right here, three. Remember, it was 2 in a row. If we hit 3 in a row, because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused. But I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold block so long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
60, hot 70, hot 70.
On second down, they'll run it here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready, go.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So that now 6 touchdowns for him on the ground here so far this year, Charles. And it's week 3. What kind of a season might he be embarking on?
Well, we both know it helps to have fresh legs early. And they're going to ride him a lot as this year goes on. But one other thing to keep in mind, as you keep having success, you actually have built up some momentum. Your body responds to that as well. So I see no reason for this to slow down anytime soon.
Well, now how about this return? And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they escape.
Oh, Prescott stripped. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. This 2nd and 4.
Ready. 60 Eagles, 60.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On second down, they'll run it here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Richardson going to change the play here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there.
DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
But look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Prescott now.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go with Blue between the tackles. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jaden Blue, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
24, Colts 17.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now Richardson back to throw it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
It's 4th down.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Richardson.
Well, he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. They set up the screen for Giddens. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's another Colts first down.
Come on, come on.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Richardson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rico Dowdle. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second
To throw, Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Now Dak. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
A gain of 13 yards. And the
Prescott.
first down.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Josh, some people are crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 42-yard line.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
4 yards. First down, Dallas.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. It's picked up, a live ball here. There he
goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. So how about that turn of events? The field goal would have broken this fourth quarter tie, but the play broke the tie all right. Unfortunately, it was 6 points the other direction.
And how about the awareness defensively? Because it's one thing to block it. It's absolutely another to locate it, scoop it, and take it the other way. Just an incredible job right there.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go, boy.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up.